Welcome to the Must Love Yarn podcast. We didn't go anywhere.
We did. We went lots of places.
Scheduling challenges the last approximately 6 weeks.
The good news is we're back.
We're back!
And we might be on a pretty regular schedule for at least the next 6 weeks. And
then maybe. August will be...
Also, I'm gone in July, so ignore that.
Ignore that.
We'll be back.
We'll bring you a few episodes, and then things are going to get weird again. So
right.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a podcast that we bring to you from our yarn shop in Shelburne, Vermont, where we sell all kinds of yarn, fiber, all kinds of fun things, knitting, crocheting, spinning supplies, though no wheels. Though we're still working on that. Maybe it's on my wish list.
Yes.
Things to bring in.
Yeah.
Says the non-spinner, but it's fine.
That's okay. I've been working on getting weaving stuff in. And
there we go.
Weave either,
there we go. There we go. And you can find the store out on social media as Must Love Yarn, Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook, all the usual places.
And no more. Only the usual places.
The usual places. No Snapchat. So come find us, friend us, follow us.
TikTok.
Whatever. And find out what's going on. We post Instagram feeds pretty active with what's going on in the store, new products coming in, fun events that are happening. So come join the fun with all of that. So, and I'm Angela.
I'm Jen. I forgot we didn't introduce ourselves.
I know, right? Because we just we did like 20 minutes at the end of just all the random chit-chatty stuff.
To re-practice our technique here.
I know, right? You can find me out on social media, Instagram and Ravelry as Junior Bird Kid.
And you can find me on Ravelry as J.R. Buckle and on Instagram as Jennifer_Arbuckle.
Yep. And with the normal caveat that that's my personal Instagram page, so you're going to see lots of other stuff out there.
Yes.
And, we talked for 10 minutes about my game cam pictures in the outtakes. So,
Yes, and I often...
Exhibit A.
Post about buildings and other things tied to job number 1.
For purely yarn and knitting content, follow the store account.
Yes. Indeed. For sure.
Indeed.
And every now and then we post... I just realized... on Saturday that I posted something about the Seasons of Vermont box on my personal one instead of on the store account. Yeah. Oops.
It happens. Have done before. Will do in the future.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And sometimes I'm convinced that Instagram kicks you over to a different account if you're just for funsies.
The double click down at the bottom thing, sometimes it doesn't take or whatever.
Anyway.
Also, my brain is often wandering
around. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
we were both here on Saturday at the store and talked about lots of things that needed to get talked about and a bunch of things that also need to get talked about that did not get talked about because we just forgot. So
I said to Ange this afternoon when we came in here, I was like, so all those things we talked about on Saturday, and somehow I still needed to send 10 emails to you and Ariana yesterday while I was here. What's that all about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there were at least 2 more things.
Things that we just didn't even connect on. But we got important things done, securing a place to stay for October.
Solidifying our plans for that whole weekend. Absolutely. Right. Yes. That is the most important thing.
Exactly. So we're going to Rhinebeck. Woo! And
absolutely.
Woo!
Yeah, we are. We are. It's pretty exciting. All new things.
Anyway.
Yes.
Oh.
And we have a place to stay.
That's even more exciting.
Yes.
And it's pretty.
It is pretty.
So,
yes.
Good job. Good job, us.
Absolutely. She's in charge of that.
It was dumb luck and timing.
I just asked questions.
Yeah.
Ange, do we have a place to stay yet?
Yes. The answer is yes. We do. We're good. Okay. So we like to start our podcast with a pick of the week, and we're not going to do yarn this time. What?
Why?
Well,
but I lost my cat toy.
Because our lights went out.
Last time I stood up and it sort of...
Did it? I know.
Yeah. There we go.
Should
I go get the cat toy? Okay. I think if I waved the cat toy over there.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
So, a couple of things. We're not doing yarn this week because July, I believe it's July 1st, kicks off Tour de Fleece.
The whole month of July.
Which is like a spinning thing.
It runs parallel to the Tour de France, which is a bike race in France.
Right.
Yes.
Tour de Fleece. And so we have that going on. And then we also, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but we have like a fun kickoff party for the Tour de Fleece. I heard a rumor that perhaps Kelly is going to be teaching a drop spindling class. And there'll be some other activities going on that day.
Ariana's in charge of that.
She's totally in charge. We haven't got all the details yet, so it's coming.
So we're making them up right now.
Don't hold us to anything that we've promised, because...
But mark July 1st
July
in the
1st?
Afternoon in your calendars.
Yes.
Something will be happening.
Things are going to be happening. Kickoff of the Tour de Fleece. So along those lines, we're going to do a fleece pick of the week this week.
So you can stock up in the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Before it starts, or maybe right after. I forget how long.
We're so proud of ourselves. We're ahead of the game.
Look how good
right now.
we are.
Look at how good we are.
Organized.
Something will go sideways. It's guaranteed. So the way this works,
it's perfect. It runs from the 17th through the 1st. I was just trying to remember when it will start.
Amazing.
It's so organized. It's just absolutely organized. We're just on top of it.
On top of it is you can get 10% off with a code that we're gonna give you. And it's probably going to be PP Fleece.
It's definitely going to be PP Fleece.
And I'm going to write that down because I'll forget. So it's going to be PP Fleece. It's our secret code for 10% off specific products. We're going to show you more stuff than what's covered, but the stuff that's covered is our Frabjous Fibers line of fiber. Indeed. So let's start with those. So we have these great braids, hand dyed. This one's sparkle. Mm-hmm. Oh my god! This is a merino sparkle blend.
To me.
This is Calypso.
And this is Persephone. We do have some sparkle. And this one is Chromatophobia Red, although I would call it rainbow.
It's kind of rainbow. This is Blue Fest Leicester, BFL. For the people that can't talk, it's a BFL braid.
Rainy Day Rainbow. Has a little bit of gray and lots of rainbows in it.
Aquamarine. This is a merino. And there were a bunch more that I didn't bring over because
we have a ton of different colors.
We have a ton of different colors. Like any colors that you could think of.
But it is June, so we wanted to show you all the rainbow colors.
Rainbow colors. So take a look. Any of these that are up on our website. But wait, there's more from Frabjous Fibers.
This is like 2 feet of sheep instead of 3 feet of sheep.
So this is called lamb's tail. And I don't know if you see what they've done here. They've made it so it's kind of sticking out the bottom.
Oh,
like
I was like, why is that?
Like a little lamb's tail.
Yeah. So this is merino wool top that has been hand dyed tone-on-tone shades. Mm-hmm. This one is, and they're 5-ounce packages.
Yeah.
So this is called In a Nutshell, Rainbow at Twilight.
And this is In a Nutshell, Jewel. So these are kind of just like mini versions of
3 feet.
3 feet of sheep.
Massive. Yes.
Which is literally 3 feet of roving.
And this is 8 ounces. These big 3-feeder ones are... That's 3 feet.
Enormous.
Right.
Enormous. So these guys retail for $37.50. The big guys. The little lamb's tails are $23.50.
This one is called, wait for it.
Rainbow.
This one's called Vintage Sweater.
Also kind of rainbowy.
Yes.
A more muted rainbowy.
Yes, exactly right.
Our braids run anywhere from like $25 to $28, and it just sort of depends on what the content is.
Yeah.
24 to 28.
Yeah, these are $23.50. These In a Nutshell ones.
Yes. So these guys, you know, the ones with sparkle are a little bit more than the Blue Face Leicester versus the 100% merino. So you can get 10% off the next 2 weeks with the code PPFleece. So enjoy. Happy spinning or felting, because you can get these for felting.
You can do all kinds of things with these. You could just hang them in your living room because they're so
They are so pretty. This rainbow one, this one here, Rainy Day Rainbow. it's got sparkle in it too.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but it really has
so
this
cool.
sort of gorgeous.
Yeah.
So soft and cozy.
And we do have, I mean, these guys are local to us. This is made in Vermont too, but this one's included in the discount. We have a lot of other products from some of our local farmers that are not part of the discount, but we wanted to show you some of those as well.
Because they're on commission, so consignment, so we don't.
So we have some great fiber bags from Kingdom Fleece and Fiberworks. And so these are a range of prices. They kind of vary, again, $18 to $22.
They're all 4 ounces.
Yep, depending on makeup. So this is like a Cheviot nylon blend.
Yeah, this is a pin,
Polworth.
CVM pin drafted roving. This is Polworth. So yeah, a variety of different fibers. And obviously they've been dyed by Liz, and so they're gorgeous, beautiful colors.
Yeah.
And we have like
so
3
many
or 4 different
colors.
like I think at least. And we have several bags of each of these, so we have quite a bit of it.
I just grabbed the ones that I
apparently this is the second delivery. We've already sold out of the first delivery.
It's amazing.
So
come, dig through the piles. With a lot of these, we have so many colors and different options that they didn't bring everything over. We have some great little bags from Shadow Dance of both colored, dyed Shetland fiber and natural.
These are Angora, English Angora rabbit fur. I'm gonna just stick my finger.
Right. These are Shetland.
This is like the softest stuff you've ever. Oh my god!
Angora? Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing. It's just like. Oh my goodness! I might just buy a bag to take home with me to hold on to.
These are more, I think, marketed towards folks that are needle felting, just given the size.
Or if they want to blend it into something that they're spinning. Yep. So these are $5 each, and again, we have quite a few of these.
These ones are $4.
Yeah.
And we also have these fun little eggshell roving from Maybell Farm. Mm-hmm. So you could get a whole rainbow of wool.
Yeah, and we have some smaller.
Ones. These are $10.95. So,
that's also 3.5 ounces all told.
Yep. So some fun options, lots of variety.
Yeah.
Many of this stuff, some of this stuff is not up on the website. This stuff we'll make sure is all up on the website since we're telling you can come buy it. Some of the consignment stuff is harder. So if you see something here that you're interested in, call us or email us at the store, and we can walk you through, or
we'll just do a special order for
FaceTime or do a special order. So and if you're local, definitely come check it out, because it's so much more fun to see in person.
Yeah. And you need to buy yourself a pack of Angora wool.
Or nothing else, just to rub next to your face.
Yeah, it's so, oh golly, very soft.
Okay. So we hope that you are as excited over this as we are. This is
and neither
fun.
one of us are spinners. We just like to look at it.
I think we haven't done fiber before for a pick of the week ever. Don't think.
And I was, for once in my life, because I have never done show notes ahead of the show, but I had 3 minutes today at lunch, and so I started doing it, and I was like, oh, we're doing this thing and this event and this event, and I was like, oh, we should do fleece.
There we go. Perfect.
And I was actually kind of concerned we wouldn't be able to, because I was thinking most of it was on consignment, but I forgot about these
stuff
awesome
is
lovelies.
Not. Totally.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
Nice.
Okay.
So you are wearing hand knits today. I am not.
Oh, right. Ranunculus. This is my Ranunculus sweater by Midori Hiroshi.
Nice.
So I've worn it before.
Nice.
And I'm very warm.
I'm warm, and I'm not wearing hand knits at all.
Well, it's a big lacy thing, but anyway, yes, I am.
So we have some finished objects.
Well, I would hope so. And I actually forgot one, because I forgot that it was a finished object. In fact, I took it out of my bag this morning when I was putting my bag together, because I was like, oh, this was for the photo shoot. I must have talked about this last time. But so my Magnolia sweater is done, and I've worn it several times. And maybe by the end of the week I'll have updated my Ravelry page and you can go take a look there. But I haven't taken a picture of myself wearing it. I've worn it a couple of times, and then the weather went from 40 to 85.
It's been a little toasty out.
Yeah, it's odd, really. Yeah. Anyway, we won't dive about it. No weather. We didn't talk about the weather at all in the outtakes, believe it or not.
Nope, we were distracted with wildlife.
That's right. Right. So anyway, so what have you got?
So I've got some stuff. So I have my No Need to Panic sweater, which has been done and I've worn, and there's been some pictures posted of it, and I had it on Saturday, which is partially why it's kind of a little wrinkled. I used the Emma's yarn, so it's one of the yarns that's called for in the pattern. It's a merino cotton blend. I made it a little bit longer. I probably could have made it even more longer because I had lots of extra yarn left over. But
it's a nice length, though.
It is, yeah.
It's slightly
not
cropped, but not really. Yeah.
It's like a longer crop.
Yeah.
So it works fine. Wear some high-waisted pants, and it's totally.
It looks nice on you.
Totally fine. Thank you. Nice, fun little sweater. I did finish the farmhouse cardi.
Sorry, I just didn't want your pen poking your sweater.
So I finished the farmhouse cardi.
I see some ends hanging down there.
Clearly I have not woven in the ends, nor have I blocked it.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, wow. It's a funny thing that front. They can't see it actually because the mannequin is the same color.
I'm going to stand up and go pull on it because I think they can see it better if I stand next to it.
Yeah.
So it's doing a very large like accordion thing right here, which I think will block out.
Yes, I think so too.
If it doesn't, the solution is I have to take this out and not pick up as many stitches up the band. But I'm pretty sure, just given the way it's
add some
puckering.
Oh, I see what you're saying, right?
It's puckering here in the corner, and I think it just needs to get pulled so it relaxes because it's pulling itself up.
Because it's a rib and it wants to be a rib.
Right. I could also tack this down here.
Yeah, I think it's still going to pull.
Still going to pull.
I think once you block it, Angie, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
It looks great.
Thank you.
It's nice. And you took the bottom out and redid it.
I took the bottom out and redid it. And
for those that are the OGs
so
here who may or may not remember some of the conversations a couple months ago.
Was having some issues.
Yeah, I think it's better without the collar on the bottom.
I think it is too. Pattern modification to make it something that I will wear. So that's done. I finished some socks, and this just has one pair of socks. I know, this is great. This is Woolens and Nosh, some of her yarn. And I made these little shorty socks. Not with me are the second pair that I made for a small person.
Oh, perfect.
Who has already absconded them and has worn them a couple of times, which is highly unusual. Usually she wears them once and then she never puts them on again.
Yeah.
So
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 pairs of socks.
Were the stripes wider on hers? I'm just curious.
They were a little bit wider.
Yeah, because her foot is smaller, right? So.
Yep, I only cast on 56 stitches in the round for her.
Yeah.
And this is 64.
Are those fingering or DK weight?
They're fingering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
So fun little shorties.
Almost makes me want to knit socks, but not really.
I know, right? I had
I say that because my next season's at Vermont. Yeah.
So much fun knitting them that I have another skein of Michelle's yarn all kicked up and ready to go to cast on another pair of shorty socks.
It's so funny. Like 2 months ago, you were like, "Oh, I haven't knit socks in a long time," and
you know what it is?
I don't know if I ever will knit them again. And not really, but kind of.
I know.
Yeah, and so it's awesome that you. Yeah.
It's these needles.
Oh, interesting.
These needles are amazing. These are the Flexi Flips.
Mm-hmm. The Addy Flexi Flips.
The Addy Flexi Flips, and I heart them a whole bunch for knitting socks and for like knitting sleeves, because it's the feel of double points, which is what I'm used to, with sort of the advantage of like magic loop, because you have half of your stitches on 2 needles. I really enjoy. I
I
really
might have
enjoy
to
them
try
for
them.
small circumference
Yeah,
and
because I
around.
walked myself back into Magic Loop because I tried to use double pointed needles on that Magnolia sleeve, and I did one sleeve in double points, and it was just I was hating it.
Yeah.
And then I did Magic Loop for the second one, and I was like, oh my god, what is wrong with your brain? Why would you not have done this?
I try the flexi flips. Like,
yeah, maybe.
Two thumbs up for sleeves for me.
Interesting.
So
interesting. Yeah.
And this is what's going to get cast on. For
Ooh,
socks
those
next.
are fun.
Yes, this is aptly named. Nope, that's for the other one. Hot Pants Fast Wheels.
Roller derby.
Roller derby. That's fun. It's like a hot pink, lime green, and like a gray blue.
Beautiful blue. Yeah, those are going to be super fun.
So excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's up next. I may or may not have ordered more yarn from her with her new Spectrum colorway that she just released.
Beautiful.
So gorgeous. Rainbow. Super fun rainbow. So those are my finished objects.
So I do have another finished object, but we're going to wait, and I'll do it when we talk about the Seasons of Vermont shawl.
Okay.
So, designed to knit the pattern for the Seasons of Vermont box. So we'll do that when we get there.
Nice. So I cast on a couple new things.
As did I. And I picked up an old thing. And and I have big plans for, I don't know, to add to my future sweater pile.
Nice. I did cast on for Rick Rack, which is the Casa Pinkett. I didn't bring it with me. I haven't knit very much of it. I think it's just going to be one of those ones I just kind of pick at over time.
It's a pretty pattern.
Yeah.
I just was shawled out because of having done this one more recently. Yeah. So I want to finish some sweaters instead.
I feel like every once in a while I hit a pattern where like my brain just can't wrap its head. I can't wrap my head around the stitch pattern or just can't get it memorized for some reason.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that with that pattern. Not because the pattern's difficult or it's anything. It's like super over the top. It's just, it's not working for my brain right now.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle.
Yeah. That makes it tricky. And so you just have to do something else, like a fun sock.
So I started doing a sock and also another No Need to Panic.
Right.
For a shop sample. So we have restocked our Quince & Co. yarn.
Yeah. This is a new base.
And this is a new base. This is a merino or wool cotton blend.
60% wool. I only know this because I wrote it down yesterday. 60% wool, 40% organic Texas cotton, and it is called Wren. Is the base. Yeah. We have, I think, 7 colors of it. I want to say. Yeah,
this is.
Read our newsletter.
Color.
If you haven't already, because I have a nice picture of it in our newsletter. Because I talked about it a little bit there.
It is Wren. It's a DK weight. It's Frio. Color number 375. Is
it's a
this
pretty
particular
color. It's like
color?
just barely mint,
like
or just
green,
barely, aqua,
sea glassy,
sea
foamy. Very pretty. So I just kind of started this. I feel like I need to kind of focus and get this knocked out because it's a shop sample. So
yes.
I have a few ideas of what I might want to do when I get done with this. But we'll see. I keep too much stuff in my stash and I can't decide what I want to knit yet next.
I have so much lined up.
Yeah.
So first of all, I dug this guy back out, as I said I would, because I have been anxiously waiting to get back to it since, and so I had to finish that shawl and do the Seasons of Vermont, and so I have to say, just in a couple nights, it's hard to see this little tiny stitch marker here, but that's where it was when I picked it back up again the other night. So just in a couple nights, I've done a couple inches already.
And I'm you're kind of at the widest part, right?
Yeah, I'm very close to these. Yeah, I have one more set of repeats, I think, one more increase row, because there's like an increase row and then 6 rows of whatever. And so, but anyway,
that is so fun. Love that so much.
It's just, so gather your scraps. It's super fun. It's really easy. I think I mentioned this 3 or 4 times when I talked about it last summer when I was knitting it, but I did change how I'm doing and she talks a lot they talk a lot in the pattern about whether or not they have a specific way. So basically you're changing color every row. So you do a round and then you change a color. And depending on how you have organized your colors, you might be changing 2 colors every round.
Mm.
I was like, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And they also had you do a magic knot and use fray check to secure the magic knot. I had heard a lot from other people that wasn't great, and also the fray check is like a little hard plastic lump, and because it's all the center back is where the color changes all happen. So I, decided to do my own thing, as I often do, and so first of all, I decided I was going to change colors every other row, but I would stagger that.
Okay.
So because you're using 2 colors in every round, and so that's what I'm doing. And it's fun because even if you have a variegated yarn, it may look like you've changed colors when in fact you haven't. So every round I change out one of the 2 colors and I alternate. So I'm alternating, and I did a Russian join.
The Russian join.
And just alternating, like this is the center back, and so you can sort of see this lovely mess, but you can sort of see that if I change the color here on the last round, then I will change it here on the next round, so that there's not a lot of bulk in there. It's just sort of alternating, and I think actually it's been pretty successful. I mean, obviously you can see some ends that need to be woven back in, but I don't think you can really tell that some of the yarn is doubled up. No, it's not going to give you
this big mass down the back.
Yeah, and it doesn't, even though it's a little thicker back there because I've doubled, when I join the yarn, I'm doubling up for a couple stitches. Anyway, I'm very happy with the way it's turning out, and I'm happy about that decision. I'm glad I did that. And so now there's no lumps or bumps in the back. It'll all just be smooth. And
nice.
So I am just loving this. So my plan is to work on this week. It's kind of annoying to take it with me next week when we travel because I have a bag full of little balls of yarn that I'm switching out. So there's not room in the luggage for all those little balls of yarn.
This is true. I need to focus and figure out what I'm going to take as a travel project or 2.
Right. So
what's going to fit in my luggage?
So I started another summer sweater that I've been talking about, not here, but sort of in the store, before I went to Texas, and I made sure I had enough done that I could knit it while I was gone and this one has 2 colors, but it's easier to transport. So this has obviously been through the travel wars, but this is the Elva tee. And it's a really sweet little t-shirt, basically, with a little eyelet detail on the sleeves. And of course it's a solid color. Of course I decided to do stripes. I also decided to knit it in
the
yarn.
Brightest colors possible.
Yes.
Woohoo!
This is like deep summer.
Yes!
Ocean blue and watermelon red.
Yes.
So this is Northern Wool Levity, which is, I would call it a light fingering. It does call itself lace weight, but it's 600 yards and 100 grams, whereas true lace weight is maybe more like 800 yards, and fingering obviously is like 4 and change. So, so I am knitting it on the same needles as the pattern calls for. So it's kind of loosely knit, which I actually like because I think for a summer top that's fine, and it's not see-through or anything like that, but it's definitely a little bit looser, and it will probably loosen up a little bit when I block it.
Right. And this Northern Levity yarn, that's the upcycled darn tough wool end. So Katie collects leftovers from the mill process to make darn tough socks, and has it spun into this fantastic yarn. So
comes in, we have like 8 different colors maybe.
Yeah.
So, and then you can't really see the difference on the sleeve, but that's the little eyelet pattern. It's all needs to be blocked, obviously. So,
yeah, cool.
So of course, I didn't do anything. I didn't do a swatch. I just cast it on, and I was debating what size to make, and of course, I'm not getting gauge, so I think they all sort of start the same, but I'm pretty sure the neckline is going to be a little bit bigger than what I want.
Okay.
So I had to sort of change when I because of the way it's knit, which I'm not going to go into, but you start flat and then you join in the round once you get around to like here. Okay. And so you're knitting whatever. So all of a sudden in my hotel room after an exhausting day, I'm like knitting away. And then I was like, right, like this, like how big around the neck is this going to be? Like, is this going to like hang down to here? That seems a little excessive. So, so I modified the pattern and I'm just going to keep modifying it as we go. And, which is fine. So the modification basically was to, I didn't, it's hard to really see here, actually. Oh, because it's on the edge. So it's a little bit roughly here because I joined sooner than the pattern tells you to, so I had less stitches so that the opening would be smaller. Mm-hmm. But then I actually needed those stitches in order to get the right width around here. So on the next few rows, I increased up gradually within a chunk of space here to get to those right number of stitches to go around. And then I'm gonna have to do something different at the sleeves as well because I think the sleeves need more stitches than the body does. Okay. So I'm gonna, anyway, it's fine. It's a raglan, I'm just gonna make it up. And this is my, because you know that's what I do best. This is my travel project for next week because it's like nice. By then hopefully it will be on the body and it will just be around and around and around. Yeah.
I need to.
Super fun little top. I
probably won't take the No Need to Panic as a travel project because if something happens to it, it's it's for the store and it's a light color and sometimes those don't make the best travel projects.
Yeah.
We'll see. My guess is it'll be too close to being finished, and so I won't want to take it because
you'll want something more.
I will want something more substantial to work on.
And then I haven't worked on this in a bit, but
because it's also been 11 degrees out
right?
here,
so it's just too hot. So, but I do want to finish it up. But I might wait till fall to finish it up. So I think last time I was like mostly done with one sleeve, but not completely. So. I added some color to the bottom of the sleeve just because I wanted more color in it.
Nice.
And then I started the second sleeve and I'm, a couple hours away from finishing it because it's
so fast.
Because it's so fast. So this will pause until, it starts getting chilly in the evening. So like August 10th. But I did work on it a little bit since the last time. So it's on the list.
Awesome.
Yes. Or maybe it's not actually. Did I not? Awesome. I don't think I put it on the list.
No. Where is it? Nope. Yep. Nope.
Well, I can add it.
Nope. It's fine.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So you have some stuff you're going to cast on. I see a pile over there. Yeah. What's going on?
So Worldwide Knit in Public Day was 2 days ago. Crazy. And so I already, so you may remember this yarn because this was going to be a love note. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be a love note, obviously. It's going to be this t-shirt instead. When we had our little trunk show with Katie here, I changed my mind because we didn't have mohair that would go well with it.
You were having a hard time finding something to go with that bright pink.
Yeah.
It would have been a spectacular mohair. I mean, a love note, by the way. But
yes, but I'm excited. So all along, previous to that, my love note plan was to use New Year's Eve, which I have a skein of at home, which is one of Christy from Fiber Stash, one of her classic sort of
staples.
Yeah. And it's like gray, really dark gray and navy and like a million different firework colors.
Very fun.
Yeah, it's a great colorway. So I have a skein of that at home and I'm going to pair it with, so this will be the black sweater that I've been thinking about for a long time, but don't have. And I don't know which of the two mohairs I'm going to use.
One of them's a charcoal.
Yeah.
More of a charcoal.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be that one because I don't really want the black. But anyway, so that'll probably, I want to finish these two things. So that'll be the focus between now and through my vacation in July. And hopefully by the end of July, I'll be done with those two probably. And then this will be next, I think. And then also, while Christy was here, this is like a fall sweater project. But when I made the love note for my niece without the lace, which I made with fingering weight and whatever else. I just really love this layers, Every One of Us color, which is another one of her standard colors, and it's really hard to see, but there's so many colors.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
It's gray, of course, but it's like
that would actually make a beautiful magnolia.
Yes, but I have a new pattern.
Oh, okay.
That I found.
Okay.
That was in my favorites, oddly enough. So I'm gonna decide at some point whether I'm gonna pair it with like either her Great Scott mohair or alpaca blend, or whether I will do like the cream color that I did with my niece's thing. It'll be different no matter what because this is worsted weight, so it's this yarn will be more predominant rather than sort of equal like the other one was. And I had my eye on this pattern by Thea Coleman.
Oh,
Cedro.
Nice.
Won't that be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gorgeous.
Yeah. It's a great simple V-neck. With a little pattern at the bottom, so
nice.
And it's knit on big needles. Oh, it's a plus.
Big needles.
As you know, I'm a fan of the big needles because they are faster.
They are
for
faster.
the slow poke that I am. So I'm pretty excited because that sea glass tee is making me happy, and this one is also making me happy.
It's very fun, very bright,
funny sort of way.
Very bright. Do you think if you're knitting on the plane, people will comment because the yarn's so bright?
I was knitting on it. I knit all the way to and from Texas.
Did people comment?
No. They were weird flights.
Okay.
And it's interesting too. Like people were still I was wearing my mask because I did not want to get sick either coming to or from the conference. I didn't wear it while I was there, but I think on an airplane. For a while, I'm going to wear a mask. And a lot of other people are as well. I mean, it's a real mixed bag. There's people, on both sides of that, and I completely understand that. For me, it's just like being closed in a very small box with a lot of people breathing the same highly HEPA-filtered air. I understand, but still. Right. So anyway, so I think people are still like contained, and they aren't talking to each other, which is really fine because most of the time I don't.
It's fine with me.
I don't want to. I do. I shouldn't say that. I don't mind sometimes, but most, like both of those, like one flight was at 6 a.m, so I was like, do not talk to me. And then the other one was after this really intense couple of days, and I was just exhausted. So
cooked.
And I had like a 3-minute layover in Chicago, so I got off of one plane and onto the next one, literally. Yeah. Anyway, so lots of fun stuff there, and a little shout out for Christy who was here at our pop-up marketplace at Worldwide Knit and Public Day. I never finished that tangent.
And she's going to be back in July for the next one, which is July 9th. And we have 2 more. So the second Saturday of every month through September, we're doing pop-up markets here, like a farmer's market style thing out in the parking lot. So we have different vendors coming in.
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine. So July 9th, August 13th, and September 10th. So if you want to know which vendors are coming, we'll have those posted shortly, but it's a variety.
Yeah.
So
some local farmers as well as local dyers.
Yep.
Christy's coming back. I think Legacy is coming.
Legacy's coming in August. Michelle from Woolens and Nosh is coming in August. In September, we've got Kelly's coming in, going to be vending in the September one. Christine from Blue Heron Farm will be coming in. A couple others that I apologize, I'm drawing a blank on for the September one as well.
Might even be posted before.
This goes live.
Yeah, we'll see.
So anyway, so those are coming up. We're adding classes, some summer classes. We haven't done that in the past, but we're gonna do it.
We'll see. Yeah.
See some fun stuff like a crochet top. We've got Kelly's drop spindle class that's coming up. I know what that is. Conjunction with like the Tour de Fleece thing and Vermont Craft School, right? Isn't that?
Oh, Shelburne Craft.
Shelburne Craft School.
Yes. Yeah, we've been talking to them. So they're a local craft school, and they teach like artisan crafts, I guess, for lack of a better description. So I actually made this ring in one of their silver making classes, silver jewelry making classes, and I've taken a few other things there, but they do painting and pottery and weaving, and they've started adding a bunch of fiber related classes. So we reached out to them, and Ariana's been talking to them a little bit about trying to support the weavers, and also the knitting. And we might teach some classes there as well, because I think they had someone teaching some knitting classes, and she's since moved on, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so kind of fun. Yeah.
Exactly. Great Northern Yarn Hall is also going to be happening during this July timeframe, July 8th through the 31st.
Right, and I just posted today on Facebook the list of classes.
Stores, participating
Monday,
stores.
Participating stores, yes. And we'll put a little bit more information up there, but people have been asking, and so we just, as of last week, we were still tweaking the list a little bit, so I always wait until we're close to the end. But anyway, that's up, and some of the reason that we're doing some fun stuff in July is to make sure there's some fun stuff happening while the yarn haul is going on, so it'll be fun. And there's all kinds of information over there on Facebook.
Exactly.
And if you need an incentive to plan a trip to the North Country, here's your reason.
Exactly. The Yarn Hall
covers
3 states. How many stores are we up to?
We
30?
are 28.
28
as of today. Yes, we had a couple more, and one person had to drop out. So
nice.
Yeah, and we added a few. We have a lot of the standard ones that have been doing this for a while, and we have mills and farms and actual real live local yarn stores.
Yeah.
So
a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
A smorgasbord.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And we're on our 7th year.
Whoa.
It's crazy, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and it's grown, I think this year we're big enough that we're attracting some attention, so we have some sponsorship from some of the big distributors and suppliers, which
That's
is
amazing.
Fun. Yeah.
That's so much fun.
Yeah. It makes it we get a little bit more prize structure out of that. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, and we have new Seasons of Vermont box that
do.
just got released.
Yep. So this box is called Balance. And, it means a lot of different things, but basically, it was sort of, in June is the summer solstice, so the longest day of the year. And for us up here in Vermont, it's really noticeably the longest day of the year, or at least that whole week or two is definitely, it's daylight from like 4:30 in the morning until like 9:30 at night. If there's a moon out, it might feel like it's pretty well lit until like 10. And then things start shortening up, but we don't notice that right away, which is good. So that this shawl was sort of inspired by all things summer. So it's light and dark, and it's called Firefly Nights. So there's these eyelets down at the bottom to create your own fireflies. And it's so funny because in my yard, I live in the country, and so if I come home and it's after dark, as soon as I close the car down, I look over into the field next to me. Usually in June, if it's the right temperature and everything, the field is just full of fireflies. And I had not seen them.
Amazing.
And I came home Friday night for my sister's party. My niece graduated 8th grade last week. So, and I closed the car and I looked over and I was like, oh, there's all the fireflies, just as we're about. So anyway, and so there's this sort of fun pattern to transition from light to dark. The pattern is actually from anyone who might have seen the book Alternates. Andrea Rangel published that book a few years ago, and the patterns are there for people to use. So I sort of took the pattern and modified it a bit to make it work here. So, and then I made up an edging, a scalloped edging, because I wanted it to have that shape. And when you're knitting top down, it's a little tricky. So that's the shawl. That's more than enough about the shawl. But also one of my finished objects. So
awesome.
The yarn in the box, we have 2 skeins of yarn, and they are light and dark, obviously. And so I reached out to 2 different dyers and said, here's a picture for you, and here's a picture for you, and let's see what happens. And so I wanted one that represented sunrise and one that represented night sky. And so Legacy Fiber Arts did this beautiful sunny yellow warm sunrise skein. It's got little bits of brown and orange and coral in there as well. And Christy from Fiber Stash did night sky, which is, deepest purple and little blips of white. So the fireflies will be more obvious when you're knitting with it probably. So for the record, the shawl was knit also in Legacy and fiber stash. And so the top color, in case you're curious, is called parchment, and the bottom color is called, I don't know, but I will let people know. I don't remember. I can't find my things. So anyway, the 2 skeins of yarn are in there in the box. We have, with our theme of summertime and balance, and this year, as you know, we're including recipes and beverages in each box. And so there's a recipe on the back of the program for a little appetizer.
Nice.
We have some coasters that are made by One Stitch Back, and they're super fun summer quilted. Here, let's take them out of the thing. So you can just see they're just really fun, sort of 4th of July-ish.
Very,
yeah.
yes, sort of a...
Yeah. And those are, once you make your cocktail or your mocktail of spicy blackberry smash.
It's amazing.
So those of you who bought boxes last year may remember that we worked with O'Connell last year to do a cocktail infusion, and we did again. And so spicy blackberry is the flavor this time. So make yourself a beverage, pull up a chair, and do a little porch knitting. And then we do have a little stitch marker that I made that have little summery flowers on them. Little tiny, hard to see, but glass beads. And then of course we have the normal little sweets and treats in there for everybody. So it was a fun, I enjoyed doing all of them ultimately, but I really enjoyed making that shawl actually, and I had fun designing it. So the wave pattern makes me think of either waves on the beach or like flames in a fire pit. So it's just all summer inspired.
Awesome.
Yeah. So those boxes are available. They just dropped on Saturday because it was Worldwide Knit and Public Day, and they will be available for as long as they last.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I am multitasking over here.
Yeah.
I was getting stuff spun up because we're gonna drop for some prizes.
Oh.
What?
Yes. I can probably talk about some events. Are there any more events on there where you're still doing something then?
No, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Because for one of them, I'm almost ready.
Okay.
One of them, we're not going to do a random number generator. We're just going to flip a coin because that's how I'm rolling today.
So while you're still doing whatever you're doing, the one other thing I would just mention is the pattern from the last season's of Vermont box, the ground up cozy cowl. I just released that on Ravelry today. So that is up and available for people to purchase the pattern separately from the box.
So classy around these parts. All right, so let's start with the snuggle along. You guys remember that? Snuggle along was supposed to get close, like, I don't know, ages ago. So thank you to everybody for participating. That was, knit something snuggly with like a mohair angora, or is it fuzzy, or how we're pretty.
It wasn't that long ago. I just finished my sweater and I was within the boundary line.
We're pretty loosey-goosey with the rules here. So thank you to everybody for your posts. Like,
did we actually close the thread?
I have not closed the thread. I'll do that.
Oops.
Like right when we get done podcasting. So with like 15 entries, I just random number generated, and post number 13 in the thread is the winner with the username it may be Opeg's Tan. That's what I'm gonna go with. Kathleen.
Opeg Stan.
Kathleen from California, who will forever in my brain be Opeg's Tan. You are the winner of the Snuggle Along.
Yay!
Woo! Yay! And what does Kathleen win?
Is it this one?
Yes.
We have multiple prizes here, and I was part of this, but I don't know. So we have 2 skeins of yarn for you.
Very
which you can,
fuzzy, snuggly.
Yeah, you can certainly use them together, but you don't have to. Mm-hmm. So one of them is from Legacy Fiber Arts, and it's a mohair in this beautiful sort of spring has sprung colorway. And it's a lace weight mohair silk blend. And the other is a skein of yarn from Astral, which is a mixture of alpaca, merino wool, and tencel, which is a really soft and lovely yarn as well. We just thought those looked really nice together, but of course you can use them as you see fit.
Absolutely.
Together or apart.
Absolutely.
It's all good.
So Kathleen, if you can send me Ravelry's, maybe the easiest, or Instagram works too. Send me your mailing address and we will get that out the door to you. So thank you for participating. We hope you find this yarn super soft and fuzzy and nice.
I started making a sweater in Astral, which is in a bag, which I found when I was hunting for the hunting for the sea glass tea. I was like, oh, there's a lot of bags underneath this table. Oops. What's in this one? And so my navy blue sweater made in this really lovely yarn is there. And anyway, so it knits up really beautifully. I can tell you that much. But hopefully you will use it faster and more expeditiously than I did.
Nice. And we're going to draw prizes for our along. And that's the Barber Pole yarn one. And we have that Seasons of Vermont.
Oh.
That's OV prize.
Sorry.
These guys. And then some Barber Pole yarn, which I will put a picture in because I'm going to pull it out of my stash from home. And I don't have it here with me. So we have... we have two entries for this one. That's why I said I'm gonna flip a coin.
Okay.
So we have post number 2 is gonna be heads, and post number 3 is gonna be tails.
Okay.
Okay, we ready?
Yep.
What could go wrong?
We didn't lose an eye, so that's good. It is tails.
Post number 3! Post number 3 is will travel for yarn.
Awesome.
Who are you?
Come travel here.
Maya from Houston.
Oh.
Hi, Maya.
Hi there.
Maya, you have won.
Yay.
We may already have your address. Please ping me.
And it will be that beautiful yarn, which is, here or has been here. And also a little bit of woolen wash and a little wraps per inch and counter.
And she made something called Juniper Cowl out of Queensland yarn in the Perth collection. Gorgeous, looks like crochet, actually a crocheted kind of cowl.
Awesome.
Maybe it's not, and I just am not. No, it's crochet.
It looks crochet.
That's crochet. So Maya, thank you for participating. And your cowl is gorgeous.
This stuff smells amazing. This
and
is
that
chai spice. Oh my goodness.
Oh, so yummy.
So delicious.
Okay. And so we have one more cowl to shut down here.
Well, we're not going to shut it down, right?
Yeah, we're not shutting this one down. We're going to drop, and if I could stop clicking into the same thread that I don't want to be in, that would be helpful. We're going to keep the SOV Seasons of Vermont cowl thread open. We're just, every time we release a box, we're going to draw a prize.
So actually, it just occurred to me that we should be drawing a second prize.
Well, we just started it. We started the cowl with a release of the first box.
Okay, right.
So
there'll be 3 this year.
There'll be 3 this year.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do 1 in 20. If we just continue doing it, it'll just be like the perpetual.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm going to random number look at some of these things are so fun.
Then do we have to go from, never mind, we'll worry about this later.
Okay, so I'm going to go back out to my random number generator. Did you talk about already what they were going to win?
So you are going to win a skein of Bobolink Yarns Settlement Sock in this colorway. I don't know that it has a specific name, but I think it's a summertime colorway. So it's really beautiful, and it is 75% wool, 25% nylon blend in fingering weight, and some cute little stitch markers to go with it. They just seem to match. So there's a chicken and a kitty and a butterfly.
And these were sent to us by Rosalie to hand out as prizes. So she makes these, and she sent us some. So we're including it because we thought it would be great.
Yeah, so that's Rosalie Bailey, and
Yep.
she is Roro's Crafty Corner, which is an Etsy shop. So check her out. They are super cute. And this yarn is really beautiful. It's got beautiful summer. It's very Vermont-y to me. Like, I look at this and that's what I think. It's like the Vermont fields at twilight. So you get a little bit of the blue of the lake and the green of the mountains and a little bit of purple, and yeah, it's beautiful.
So our winner who knit this very beautiful Take 5 cowl.
Oh,
Uh,
that's my little
is
pattern.
D-Door
Yes.
4, which is
that.
Dory from New Jersey.
Awesome.
So your cowl looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
I think those are Seasons of Vermont colors, actually. Are they? It looks like the kit that we...
Yeah, I think it is a kit. Or if
Yeah.
it's not, you did a really good job.
Matching colors.
Matching colors.
Right. Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
So Dory
Beautiful.
from New Jersey, your Take 5 cowl has won our Bobolink prize here for Seasons of Vermont.
Indeed. So, of course, we chose a Vermont yarn.
Right.
And
I
we
think
will for all
with
of
the
them.
theme for Seasons of Vermont,
Yeah.
you'll be getting very Vermonty prizes.
You will.
So, I might ship
Okay.
somebody a bear. Who wants a bear? No, I'm just kidding. Or a skunk? No. Stay tuned for the outtakes to find out what that's all about. So if you folks can message me on Ravelry with your addresses, we will get this stuff out to you. So thank you for participating. We hope you had fun. And Seasons of Vermont, not too late to join in.
That's right.
So those of you that are already there, we're not going to remove you. The earlier you get in, the more chances overall going forward that you could have to win.
Yes.
So
you don't get to win again, unfortunately, but everyone else does. Yeah.
everyone else has another shot.
But you could enter again. We just
Right.
have to remember which post it is, right?
Yep.
Which you wrote down. So
Yep.
we'll just know. But if you do something else, you'll be back in the running.
A new one.
Yeah.
Exactly. Super
Awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
All right, so prizes. Have not got my act together to come up with another along.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do? What is everybody jonesing to do?
Summer tank.
A summer tank. I've got to cut my eye on a couple of summer tanks. Should we do a summer tank along?
Yeah, and then if you take our crochet top class, you could use that as your entry. We have a lot of great cottons for summer tanks.
Yeah.
We have a lot of really great yarns right now for summer
Okay.
knits.
Summer tank along it is. Starts now. Runs till, I don't know, August?
Except Labor Day.
Labor Day. Till Labor Day. Okay. Summer tank along. Now, look at how we get this getting stuff done.
We are. And maybe while we're in Chicago, we'll see something that inspires us for what the next one is. So actually, I'm not sure we sort of talked about it roughly, but Chicago is H&H Americas. Is a very big trade show, of course. They're often in Europe, and they are coming to America this year,
Yay.
which is really exciting. So
Yes.
Ange and Ariana and I are going, and we'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of goodness next week.
Next week.
Right. Yeah.
So if you are also going, come say hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you want us to check out a particular yarn, just drop a note in the comments
Drop
below.
a note. We'll go check it out.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
be fun. So that's
Because there'll
where
be
we're
people
gonna be.
from all over the world. I hate to
And
sound
other
global.
crafts.
Yeah.
Over under on whether Angela and Jen get distracted with non-yarn related things that we see at H&H.
Oh, right. I'm sort of thinking about candles lately for some reason.
Over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the answer is pretty
Probably.
easily
Highly
yes.
likely. Highly likely. The question is,
Right.
what
Right.
is it? So that'll be fun. So we'll be taking some pictures and follow our adventures there. Be good.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of posting next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right.
So,
I can't
I
believe
think
we did this in like an hour and 20 minutes.
Moved through a ton of stuff. So thanks everybody for sticking around.
Get your rainbow on.
For coming back after a little hiatus.
So soft.
And yes, catch the rainbow. Oh wait, that's somebody else's tagline. Can't use that. Skittles, I'm looking at you. Get your rainbow on.
Yes. There's a lot of rainbow choices here.
Rainbow.
That's right. Yeah. We actually probably have some rainbow colorways in her yarn in stock. I'm not quite sure. Not that one.
Not that
Because
one.
that one is
That's like a whoopsie.
special one. Yeah.
It's a whoopsie.
One of a kind.
Which I jumped right on because I was like, I want that.
Yeah. And I don't really understand what could be wrong with it.
I have the other one that she was intending to do. I bought that one too, so I'll have to net that up and then we can compare them. I don't know. I think
looks
it's the
fine to me.
shade. No, I know. I think it just wasn't quite what her vision was for it.
It's hard to be an artist.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
thanks for stopping by, everyone.
Yeah.
We will see you all soon. I think right now our schedule is we're going to be able to be back here in 2 weeks.
And we will
have all kinds of stuff to talk to you about after H&H.
Afraid. Very afraid. Be very afraid. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yes, and hopefully, I'll be done with my shirt.
There you go.
Sure, that's going to happen.
So, happy crafting.
Yeah.
Check out our fiber selection. Everybody needs more fiber in their diet.
That's
or in their
right.
stash.
That's right. And if you're local,
Darn
or if you're
store
planning a
orders.
trip to Vermont for 4th of July weekend and you're coming in on Friday, stay tuned for more info about our little event to kick off the Tour de Fleece. Because even if you're not a spinner, you can certainly come to it. I'm not a spinner, and I'll probably be there.
Be fun.
I did drop spindling once, but
Not for
I
you.
need more help. So anyway, come join us on the 1st.
We'll see everybody soon. We've got lots of stuff going on this summer.
Yes,
Check
we
it
do.
out. Summer is for knitting and crafting and
right.
crocheting.
Don't put your needles down. Pick them up.
Don't put them down. It's portable. You can take it anywhere.
And you can knit with cotton.
Even to Lake Monsters game, which is probably what I'll be doing this weekend.
Yeah. I am actually hoping to work in my yard this weekend because I have done 0 yard work this year so far, and it's the middle of June, so there is not a garden planted. There are, I don't even know, weeds like taking over the whole entire house soon. My porch is not cleaned off for me to like sit on it. It's like 8 inches deep in pollen.
Yeah.
Because this week has just been
bad.
Oh my goodness,
So bad.
It's crazy.
So bad.
So that's my plan for the weekend, and then I'm going to be gone for a week. So I feel like if I can just get things like sort of under control, then I'll feel better about being gone.
Nice.
So we shall see.
All right. Well, we will see you all soon. Thanks for
Indeed.
hanging out with us for a while.
All right. See you guys.
Bye. We'll turn it on then. Are they mosey back around with my fruit snacks? Or I'm like
Haribo Gold Bears. That's all I can think of. I hate that commercial, and yet
a 7-year-old child. I want fruit snacks. But we buy the fancy organic ones. End of the day.
Yes. Plus, I had salad for lunch. Like a good
screen
girl.
is like more farther away than normal.
I do. It's harder for me to see for some reason.
I don't know.
I guess the tripod is a little further away.
I think it's because usually the 2 legs are like flat,
Oh.
and I can put it up closer. I think that's what's going on.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
No, it'll be fine.
Can they see us?
They can see us. We're maybe a little off center. I don't know. I'm too hot right now. It's very warm in here. I don't think the AC is scheduled to be on. Also,
I can turn it on.
Here. We usually don't kick
I have that power.
the utilities are a little off usually on. We're at a different temperature.
76 in here.
That's pretty warm. That might explain why I'm hot. Toasty. Super toasty. Here it comes. I just heard the AC kick on.
Sorry it took me so long. I had to finagle with the cold temperature until X time.
Right. Right.
Depending on whether we're going to be here for an hour or 4, based on what's on the table.
We could be here all night, folks. So look at this cool thing that I picked up.
I was eyeing it as I stepped up and...
Yeah, so Birdie Parker Designs. I've gotten some earrings and things from her. So this is a ruler, a needle gauge, and it's got the Kitchener stitch printed on it. And it comes in different colors. I got the teal one because
it's pretty.
Why not?
Yeah. And so you just sort of, it's like a strap.
So it's like a little strap, and it's got the clip, so you can like clip it on your bag. Or, you know, you could use this as a strap, I suppose, if you wanted. But I was like, well, that's cool. I gotta get me one of those and check that out. So, Birdie Parker Designs. She makes really cool earrings too.
She makes beautiful
and
things.
Other jewelry.
I'm always sort of salivating, but I never go in there. And I did once a while ago, and then I didn't have time really to look at it, so I was like, okay, I have to wait and do this a different time.
I treated myself with a pair of earrings a few months ago. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love them. They're very dangly. I think I had them on when we did the
wore them
photo
once
shoot.
before.
Yeah.
Yes, that photo shoot.
Yes. Photo shoot that we get to do again. So you're going to get to see more fancy pictures of me. And Jen this time. Jen wasn't feeling well, so maybe it'll actually work out to be okay.
Right.
In the end.
Right. Yes. Right. I might look like a human being. Yes. Rather than someone who had 102-degree fever. But at the end of the day. Yeah. That day is a bit of a blur for me. I don't remember much of it.
It is for me too, and I didn't have a fever, nor was I sick. So
plus, I drove back from Maine in the morning, so
yeah,
you know it's a miracle that.
Crazy.
Yes, but that was the beginning of the unraveling of our podcasting times, and then
it's just been downhill from there.
Then I had to go somewhere.
You had to go somewhere, and then I've been in court a lot. In other places in the state. So
plus we have the normal Mondays that we can't podcast.
Right, because I have some family constraints for some weeks that I just can't do it. And then we've had some more other days that are not Mondays, either the store's open or I have baseball stuff because one of my kids is right in the thick of it.
Right, and my schedule is definitely, the in-person stuff is ramped back up again a little bit. So,
which reminds me, the evening meeting this week may not be able to happen because apparently I have more baseball this week.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
I really need to do it tomorrow. Okay.
You guys do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just let me know. I'm all in.
Just because I just want it done.
Very code for a thing we're trying to plan in July.
Which we will talk about in the rest of the podcast at some point. You will have heard about it already.
Yeah.
It's our conversation with our friend Tammy from Wing and Prayer.
Yes.
So you will have heard about that by now.
Yeah.
But we're trying to schedule something. Which reminds me, I meant to email you guys today to nudge you to.
Yeah. I mean, send me the link, and if I'm able to, if I'm at some place where I can hop on, I'll do it.
Okay.
But I may not. Don't wait for me. If you guys are all there, like, just get started, because.
Okay. She's outlined most of what we're going to do anyway.
Because the baseball thing is just taking a life of its own, and I'm about done.
We don't want to interfere with America's national pastime, on the other hand.
We might want to interfere with America's national pastime because it's just getting a mite bit ridiculous. So.
Which reminds me, Stitch and Pitch.
Yeah.
But actually, you're going to be gone, right? Well, we could do maybe the end of July, if there's anything open.
We can talk more about it offline.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only mention it because it's in my head, because one of our engineering people just invited us to our local baseball team, the Lake Monsters. As many of you know, we have done Stitch and Pitch before. And one of my employees, his son is one of the starting pitchers this year. He just graduated from high school, so it's very exciting.
That's amazing.
Yes,
we're going Friday, and we have one of the dugout deck boxes. Now, if we're talking about a Stitch and Pitch, now that would be fun. I can report back.
Yeah.
Because you get like a whole, it's like you're all in a group in a special, they've added seating and other things at the ballpark.
Well, Bill, my colleague, did say that they've really done some stuff to up the amenities for attendees, which is great. So when you listen, Tanner Wolpert.
Okay. I will
Future
listen.
baseball star in America.
With the Little League team to sit in the dugout deck.
Oh, awesome.
So, yes. Be there with a bunch of 10, 11, and 12-year-old boys.
And one small girl.
And a few siblings. So, not just my small child, but
Mm-hmm.
other siblings. So should be a right hoot.
Yeah. Your husband's in charge of that, right?
Nope, I'm in charge because I'm the one that secured the box and organized the event.
But
so.
he's in charge of the children.
Oh yeah. They're
Isn't
pretty,
he the coach
they're
or
pretty
something?
good. He is one of the coaches.
So therefore he's in charge of the
he's in
children.
charge. I'm just there to hand out tickets.
Yeah. That's right. The organization part.
Anyway.
Ooh.
No, it's toasty in here.
I'm,
So if any of you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because I just posted a whole bunch more game camera pictures.
they were fun.
We have a game camera in our woods and it's not set up that far from our house. So like that's just into the woods.
Yeah, right on the edge of your yard.
Yeah. We have some well-developed like game trails back there, and so it's set up on one of those.
Well, plus you back up to like real woods, like it's not just like a thin band of woods with a neighbor on the other side.
Right. We back up to A. Johnson land. So A. Johnson's a big like logging company, timber company, and they own big sort of swaths of. So we're surrounded by A. Johnson, and then there's like a dirt road, and then there's more A. Johnson land. So it's like lots of habitat.
Yeah.
So we had, this go around. There was a turkey, deer,
bear,
big bear,
but not a mama bear with 4 babies.
Oh no, that one's floating around. I haven't seen that one over
She's in my neighborhood.
Yeah, she's over by you.
I have not seen her, but I've seen many pictures of her and her 4 adorable little tiny babies.
Yes, I've seen lots of pictures of them in trees.
So cute.
Just hanging out.
Oh, I have a great video from that one of my neighbors shot.
Yeah.
The cutest thing ever.
Yes. So we just have Big Bear with no babies. The coolest thing we caught this time, though, and there was 2 different sets of them, was an owl fly. So the first picture is like of the wings, and then it lands on the ground, and then it must hear the camera, because then it turns and looks at the camera, and you get that, and then it turns back and you get that again. So we have 2 different sets on 2 different days of an owl hunting and catching something.
And there wasn't a rabbit squeal.
No,
because trust me. Oh, there's no audio.
There's no sound. There's no audio.
I think it probably would have woken you up. It's a very loud noise, very sad, squealy.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it could have been anything. It could have been a bull. It could have been
right. I'm gonna just assume he was down there picking up one of the things that I don't care about.
Yeah,
which is actually not very.
We also had skunk. Like I didn't put the one of the skunk and the fox in because we've seen all those before.
Mm-hmm.
But we have lots of wildlife back there.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen the bears. They have literally been like all
everywhere
around me.
Yeah.
And people are pretty excited because of the 4 bear cubs, and because that's a lot for a mama bear. So people
also makes them super dangerous.
I know people are less concerned about the fact that she's eating all their birdseed because they want her to survive with her bear cubs. But you can tell that
take your birdseed down. That's why.
Yes, there've been a million notes on Front Porch Forum about that. So hopefully people will.
Put your garbage up and take your feeders down.
Right. Hello, people. Right.
We don't actually want to be training our bears to come into the yard to like be looking for food. Like that's setting them up for failure.
I know. And
conflict with humans. Like, stop. Yeah. Oh, and last weekend on Sunday morning, had to be Sunday morning because we weren't headed out the door somewhere. We had a bobcat come right into our backyard. I saw it from the kitchen window and was like, there's a bobcat in our backyard. And of course all my people pop up, and then the bobcat's like, what's going on, and like took off. But a little stroll through the back.
My sister has chickens, so
backyard.
There's a fair number of bobcat sightings in her yard, and also perhaps a little aggressive bobcat behavior.
This one pretty much was just passing through, but I hadn't seen it. It was maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't super early.
Yeah. It's funny because I haven't had very much in my morning walks lately, much luck with my morning walks lately, because the weather has just been unpredictable, and I've been busy and gone a lot. But I see the fox. I see a fox almost every morning. We have quite a few foxes living around us with babies. I haven't seen any babies right now, but I'm sure she has babies because she's definitely hunting for them.
And this morning, we were down at the bus stop because my kids are still in school. We're not done with school yet in our district. Tomorrow is the last day of school, which would be Tuesday. a skunk walked right across the road, just down from where we were staying at the bus stop. And we were like, that's not cool.
Nobody
and
move.
Also, that skunk is giant. Massive. The dog was like...
And you're like, no, Ella, no.
Do not even bark. Just...
Do not engage. Right. Right. That would be something to...
Oh, my God. It would be just...
I have a bad history with skunks living under my house and when I lived in Burlington, and I paid a lot of money to have them removed every single year, no matter what I did to secure. They just would dig in. Yeah. One year I had 6 taken away. That was really exciting. So I know all the secrets for getting the smell out of all of your clothing and your house and your furnishings.
Okay, well, I know who I'm calling if my dog gets into a skunk, because there's clearly one in our area.
Boil the apple juice on the stove.
Okay, good to know.
It's amazing. Or cider. I don't know what.
Okay.
Something about the apple.
Something in a chemical. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And also peppermint is pretty handy.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Stop by here for more tips on how to de-skunk.
Wildlife management.
Wildlife management in Vermont.
Right.
Because that's why you came to
right.
listen to us today, is to talk about wildlife.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Don't get me started on the spongy moths, because they're back.
I have none at my house.
Oh, they're everywhere at my house.
My parents live in the north end of Burlington, and they were talking about them the other day, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to come visit you for a few weeks until they're gone.
They're awful.
My dad said they were like the underside of their little ceiling over their porch was like black with them. There were so many caterpillars.
You go stand in the yard, and it sounds like it's raining in the woods.
Yeah.
And it's not rain. It's caterpillar poop coming down from the trees. It's amazing.
All right.
And
now
gross.
we're definitely
Yes.
definitely evolving this conversation.
Yes, we are.
Let's bring this back
spongy
around
moths.
somehow. So I had a little trip to Texas in the middle of everything here.
Yes. How did
exciting.
that go?
It was good. We had our annual business meeting for an organization that I volunteer for, and
Nice.
I won
And you won a Fancy Pants award.
And I did win a Fancy Pants Awards, which was lovely. So it was nice to be recognized.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. But it was funny. I haven't been to Texas for a long time, so I went down a day early, and I spent half a day in both our Dallas office and our Fort Worth office, and then the conference was in Austin. And unfortunately, I was so looking forward to it. I was like, oh, Austin's a great city. There's so much to do. I was locked in that stupid hotel building from Thursday afternoon when I arrived. I think we left the building that evening on a bus to go to
Dinner
a icebreaker reception at the Texas Museum of I don't know what history or something. Very nice. And then the next night we had dinner, so I walked 2 blocks from the hotel to a restaurant, and then we stood on the bridge waiting for those silly bats to come out from under the bridge, which is a big Congress Street bats.
Okay.
But they did not come out, not that night. And then
wildlife shenanigans.
I know, right? Exactly. We can't escape it. And then on Sunday morning, I went for a 45-minute walk outside the hotel. That was it. Otherwise, I was in that stupid building.
I feel like that's going to happen to us when we go to Chicago.
Yeah.
For H&H.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing. We're like, we're going to get out and we're going to see some stuff. Nope, we're going to be at the conference center for days.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see. We're going to go and do that thing on Thursday night.
Yes.
So we have that.
Yeah.
And we'll have to have dinner a night. And, and I, of course, will be in Chicago for a week, not the 3 days that I was originally planning to go, since my own company has tagged on something at the beginning, and this organization that I volunteer for has tagged something onto the back end. So I will be there for Monday night until Sunday.
I mean, at least it's
all fine.
It's
extra trips that are not somewhere else.
Right, that you wouldn't have to make 2 extra trips to Chicago. It's just making this trip longer.
It's completely fine. It's just logistics.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just change all my flights. Add 14 hotel rooms. It's all fine. So I'll be in 3 different hotels.
Oh, man.
It's fine. It's completely fine, because, when you're in Chicago, if you're downtown, you want to be downtown. If you're not downtown. So
we're going to be outside, not downtown.
Right, in the middle there. So
near the airport.
Yeah. Convenient on the one hand, and less convenient for dinner on the other hand. So
there's tons of restaurants though out in that
it's fine.
Convention area.
I'm so looking forward to it. There's going to be, we've already started to hear from so many people, about stop by our booth and come say hello, and so
Yeah.
It'll be.
So come find us. Say hi. We might have some
Yeah.
stuff if
Yeah.
I get my act together and
Oh,
pack
right,
it.
right.
Stickers and stuff, muscle yarn stuff,
Yeah.
stuffity stuff to put
Yeah.
in my suitcase.
Yeah. Well, it'll be all vendors, right? So there won't be very many regular people.
No,
wandering
I'll still
around.
have stuff with me. We have like
Right.
temporary tattoos and
Right. We'll
stickers and
hand
stuff.
those out to people.
They're so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good. And it's funny because just last night in my Facebook memories, 6 years ago when Kelly and I went to TNNA popped up. And I was
Nice.
like, what are these pictures of? And I was like, oh, it's a giant felted
Oh.
dinosaur. That is from a yarn show. So anyway, it was kind of funny. Good timing.
Yes.
Yes. Mostly I ignore those memories, but every now and then they're right on the money.
I'm excited just to have a little mini vacation.
Right. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yes.
Yes.
Small break.
Right. It'll be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Now that my trip is completely settled again, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good.
Well,
All right.
should
I'm sure there's like
probably
a
do,
million things from the last month
Oh,
that we
yeah, it's
have
been-
completely forgotten about. But I did lose 4 or 5 days by being sick twice
Yeah.
or something. So it's
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff to share with you guys, so
yeah, we should get
let's
to
get
it.
this show rolling.
Yeah.
Okay.